So today we're going to talk about this Drew Afualo lady. And this is a crazy woman. And unfortunately, crazy women are allowed to have platforms. Now, I know what you're thinking, Pearl, but you shut up, okay? So, sorry. So I do try to start my show by saying no simping in the chat. I am taken, so please, you know, if you're here for anything but information, I'm here to deliver the news. Other thing, we are 40 subscribers away from 2 million. So it'd be kind of cool to hit it this stream. There's 300 of you in here, so. Okay, so Drew Afualo is basically a woman that is making money off of her look. Now, it used to be the case that only hot women could make money off of their looks, and life was really better that way. The media used to cater to men, and that's why when you would see women on TV, you would see Megan Fox, Margot Robbie, and because movies used to be made to appeal to men. But the problem is when movies are made to appeal to women, the women get uglier. So when you ever see a movie and the bombshell is like 32 with small boobs, and you just think, why? Why is this a thing? Like, why is she not hotter? She's supposed to be the love interest. It's probably for women. And so what we've seen is the rise of influencers that are butt ugly, right? And so the way they do this is you have mid women or below mid women that either do misandrous content, girly content, sex content. An example is Call Her Daddy, right? She's a 6 getting better outcomes than she should. And essentially what society's trying to do is to convince men to lower their standards. And it's totally working because every single one of you are accepting things today that 100 years ago, your grandfathers would not accept. So this is working. Like I can't even act like this is a bad strategy because it's working. And this is a 300-pound woman who has started a podcast, and it's all about hating men. Yeah, 32 in an A cup is hot. I know. Okay, so we're going to watch this. This is Drew Afualo on, can you believe this? She got 30 under 30. And the thing is, men care about accomplishments, inventions, and respect, where women care about basically getting a participation trophy. And so what's happened is companies have realized they make more money off of women than men because women make 80% of consumer buying decisions. So they start just giving away awards to women. And then women pay to like be applied to these awards. At times women can pay to get these awards, where men care about hierarchy and like being important. So it's just two different things. Let's see how many. Oh, we're at 45 more subscribers till 2 million.
You know you cannot hide your fat body behind all that makeup that you're putting on. Instead, go to the gym.
Nah. It turns out lots of people can relate to wanting to just be really mean to misogynistic men, and that's essentially what it is I do. I seek them out. I platform them just to solely humiliate them, and then I go about my silly goose tasks for the rest of the day.
Yes, queen, slay, slay, slay your enemies, raise up your army, take your rightful place upon the throne.
Hey, do y'all want to hear something? So, like, if they're making this amazing. So she got 8 million followers off of doing nothing. It's amazing.
And also hilarious. It would turn your stomach to see what some of them joke about, laugh about, find camaraderie in. And a lot of the times it's violence towards women and others. So I feel like it's important that we platform men who feel so boldly that they can say things like that on the internet with their face in clear view, their government names attached to it. If you're going to post it, so am I. So I like to think of myself as a tangible consequence. I feel like my content has empowered a lot of people, and it's given.
And this is the thing, she's a fraud. because she hates men, and we're gonna talk about this. But she's in a loving relationship where she's engaged while hating men. So this shows two things: one, that men are complete simps and will put up with anything, and two, that she's a fraud, right? She makes money off of hating men, but she says herself that she's engaged to be married. What is that life going to look like when she has kids?
Them the strength and courage to stand up to these men on their own, and they have many, many times before me, but especially after me. I feel like I get tagged in thousands of videos a day of people being like, I'm channeling Drew in this scenario, and they're like responding to a mean comment. That always warms my heart because I want them to know that they can do this without me. Like they don't need me to constantly do this in order for it to keep working. Most people, you know, however they identify, can relate to having a very horrible experience with men. You know, as dark and awful as that sounds, it ranges from.
Now, apparently she came at me like last year because I think she did, but I would debate her, to be honest. I don't think she could really hang. But she won't do it, right? But so you get what you get with these women, a lot of these influencer women. And I got to say, and I know this is hypocritical, but I can be a hypocrite, right? I can and I will. Influencer women are the worst category of women because, one, they're very fueled by reputation, and they're willing to use their audience to damage yours and go to no ends to do it, to spread lies, to whatever. So these women, they get really big egos where they think they did something important, right? When really all we did was talk on a pod. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm humble enough to know that I'm very lucky to do what I do. And I do really I love doing this. But I have to be honest with myself and say, the world would move on. You know, I didn't cure cancer. I didn't invent some invention, you know, where she doesn't know that, right? And that's the problem. You get a lot of these. I even saw like Candace Owens giving business advice once. And I'm like, we got to stop convincing influencers that we're like business owners. Because my father, I've talked about this. He's a real business owner. Like, he had a big company. He does. And the thing is, the most intelligent man I've ever, I wish I could. One day I'll convince him to come on, but he's just so awesome. He's just like the best person ever. Someone said, oh, it's really immature how much you worship, but you don't understand. I'm like, if you're just around him, he just knows, he's just good at everything. Anyways, but what's funny is, like, because I saw that, right? I just know that I'm not shit compared to the men that do things like that. It's so much harder. I mean, what me and Myron do, completely different. Even take Myron. I mean, Myron invested in property. Myron he found a way to stay employed people through demonetization. I didn't even figure out how to do that, you know? And men are just so awesome. Like, they just, especially when you get like problem solving, solution oriented men, they operate on like a different playing field, different level, right? They're just very pragmatic.